Hey Eufy fans, it's me Paul, admin of the world's largest Eufy dedicated Facebook group, Eufy Security Camera Owners. Today we're going to be looking at one of Eufy's latest release cameras, the S340 DualCam outdoor camera. This is probably one of the best, if not the best camera they've released so far in my opinion, and I'll explain why throughout the video. So inside the box I've got the camera already set up, so this is actually empty. But inside the box we get the solar panel, we get the mounting bracket to mount the camera to a wall or a shed for example. We get the solar panel mount, which allows you to mount the solar panel away from the camera. We get the cables so we can connect the solar panel to the camera. We get the mounting screws. We get an instruction book, which you probably won't need because the Eufy app is very user friendly. And we also get the camera itself, which is the white unit with the black dome underneath there. So as I mentioned, it's probably one of the best cameras they've released for a number of reasons. The first one being that it is a dual lens camera. Now the dual lens cameras, there are a few in the range, I think there's 4 altogether. The dual lens camera gives you a 3K wide angle lens, which gives you 135 degrees of view. And it also comes with a 3x optical zoom lens. Now combining the two lenses together means that you can achieve a hybrid 8x zoom, which is quite a lot more than most of the cameras in the range. Now this one is a 3K camera, so very clear quality image on there, whether you're looking at an unzoomed or zoomed in image. The dome underneath also has a full 360 degree super smooth pan, tilt and tracking, which you can ask the app to track at different speeds. Now it does come with sort of super fast tracking and then slow tracking. I wouldn't really use the slow tracking, especially if you're using it for security. You've got somebody sort of walking around your property or running around, you want this thing to be tracking them without losing them off the edge of the image there. Now it does pan left and right and it pans up and down. To pan down, you simply go into the app, go into the little joystick and press down. And it will pretty much film vertically down, which is good if somebody's walking underneath the camera. As for panning up, there is a limit to where it can go to. It could do with being a little bit higher, but I suppose it depends on how high you have the camera mounted as to how much you need that to pan up. But sort of left and right is 360, so it's not going to miss anything there. It also comes with a spotlight built into the front of the camera, so you've got the 2 lenses and a spotlight, and that's very bright. Can be quite intimidating for a burglar or somebody that shouldn't be there. As the camera tracks the person, the light also tracks the person, so it does follow them around and gives a sort of spotlight effect that moves around as the subject moves around there. It is quite useful as well for just being a security light. You know, if you're going out in the garden at night and you want to get from A to B, and that includes walking past the camera, the spotlight will actually follow you and light the way as you go there. So that is quite useful. Now, to me, this camera does look quite intimidating, especially because it follows you around. Unlike a standard fixed camera that doesn't move, fine, you can see that, you might think that you're out of the field of view, but this one won't miss a thing. And if you're on somebody's property and you shouldn't be, and you see one of these and it starts to turn, you know you're being recorded. So that is probably an unintentional feature, that it is an intimidating looking thing, but it's certainly a bonus. It also has a built-in alarm which you can activate from the app, so you can do that manually. You can go in there, if you get an alert to say somebody's been spotted, you can go in the app, press the alarm and scare them off hopefully, or you can have it that if it does track somebody at a certain time, the alarm will sound, and that is very loud, and would be in combination with the light coming on, the camera turning around to look at the subject, and the alarm should hopefully do its job, which is to scare people off. The tracking part of the camera does have 4 presets that you can set there. So what you would do is go into the app, say you want the garage door to be preset number 1, the garden shed to be preset number 2, and so on. You'll go into the app and you press preset 1, 2, 3 or 4, and the camera will quickly pan around to that area. Unfortunately, what you can't do is to set the camera up and have it constantly track from one preset position to the other, which would be useful. You could have it look at the shed, the garage, then back to the shed. That's probably just a software upgrade, but it is something that I would like to see on this camera. However, you can still just pan around manually and look at things you want to there if you need to. Now, one of the other features on this camera, which I find is probably one of the better features, is the huge solar panel. Unlike the S330, the solar panel is probably 3 times the size and therefore a lot more efficient. You can have it mounted on top of the camera, which looks nice and neat and makes it look quite a unique camera. However, that might not be appropriate for where the sun is. In my back garden, I've detached the solar panel and I've used the solar panel mount that comes with the camera, and the solar panel is probably 1.5 meters away from where the camera's mounted. My camera is actually mounted under the eaves of a garden shed where there's no sunlight at all. So I then trace the cable over onto the shed roof, and that's where the solar panel sits, which faces south and gets sun most of the day. Now, even in winter, the camera I mounted when it was 50%, so a little bit naughty. I didn't charge this straight out the box. I just mounted, I couldn't wait, so I mounted it straight onto the shed, put the solar panel on, and within a month it's charged up to 100%. And this is in UK winter sun, which we know isn't the greatest. So with the solar panel, Eufy actually claim it's 1.5 times more efficient than previous solar panels. I can't confirm that, but it does seem to charge a lot quicker than the S330 and the S40 I have in the garden. And I mean a lot quicker. It's sort of, you can physically see the percentage going up throughout the day. So very efficient. It will even charge on dull days. I mean, today is sunny. Overcast days in the UK, especially this time of year, are quite common. It will still show on the app, the little icon there, that it is charging at that time. Obviously it doesn't charge at night, it will drain at night, but then in the daytime it should hopefully charge back up again there. Okay, as I mentioned initially, this is also what they call a SoloCam. This means it doesn't need a home base. Now you can get the home base 3 and connect your cameras to that, which gives you more storage in the AI facility, so that will be facial recognition, etc. But if you don't want to spend money on a home base, you can just connect this straight to your Wi-Fi. So use the same Eufy app, connect to Wi-Fi, and you'll get the same tracking alerts and that kind of thing. But if you do then connect it to, or you buy a home base 3 and you connect it to that, you will get a lot more features. It does have 8 gigabytes onboard storage, so without home base it will store footage on board, which you can then access via the app. 8 gigs, okay, but it's not a lot. If you then get a home base 3 and connect it to that, you will get a lot more storage on there. And you also benefit then from the AI facial recognition. So it will say, in my case, Paul has been seen. If it doesn't recognise the person, it will say stranger spotted, and then you can do what you need to do there. Now, as with all Eufy cams, they are subscription free, so footage can be stored on the camera or on the home base without a monthly fee, unlike competitor cameras. You can opt for cloud storage for a monthly fee, which gives you unlimited storage. You may be okay. You know, I store my footage on the home base 3. The home base is in the way, so no one's going to find it and steal the footage. But that is a big feature with Eufy, no monthly fee compared to the competitors. This particular camera currently retails at £179 UK, similar in dollars and in euros. We do have worldwide discounts on the Eufy group, on the Eufy Facebook group, which is Eufy Security Camera Owners. If you jump onto that Facebook group, look in the features, or the featured posts rather, and there are regional links on there. We have a good relationship with Eufy, and they will give us discount codes specifically for group members. So if you're looking to buy one of these, before you go ahead, do have a look in our Facebook group. Find your country link and then look at what the code is there, and you may find that the discount is better than you can get elsewhere. So in conclusion, I think this is probably one of, if not the best camera Eufy have released recently or ever, for the reasons stated really. I mean, it looks intimidating, it's got tracking left, right, up and down, a strong spotlight, a solar panel, so potentially you never have to take this down to charge it again. 3K footage, 8K zoom, you know, it's got everything you'd want there. I do have other favourites, so the 4K dual lens indoor camera is one of my favourites, simply because of the way it looks and the 4K footage. The tracking on that again is super smooth. And also the S100 wall lights, mega bright lights, colour changing. Doesn't pan and tilt, but it's really good quality footage. That one's a 2K camera. But if I had to choose, it would be this one. I've got S330s or Eufy Cam 3s, which are 4K, fantastic footage, but they do miss things. Something coming from the left to the right, it's only going to get them as they go across the screen. That one will track them all the way across and round the back if it needs to. If you've enjoyed that video and you would like to be notified of further Eufy Cam reviews, unboxings and how-tos, then please do give me a subscribe and a like. Any questions you've got, please ask in the comments. I will answer everything in there. If there's anything I'm not sure of, I would recommend that you join our Facebook group and ask on there. Currently over 32,000 members, pretty much all of them with Eufy gear, and they do usually have the answers to these things. So I hope that's been useful. As I say, any questions, let me know. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.